we got a new turbo. I did buy a cheap turbo. Don't hate me. Trying to get this thing back up and running. This wasn't part of the fire, but it was the fins on my VF48, the front, were all chewed up. If you'll look down in there, you can see them. That's how I got the car. Don't know what happened, but that's no bueno. So I figure, since I'm going E85, going flex fuel, all that, bigger turbo, it's just a 20G. If this doesn't work out, I'm gonna go to an FP, either green or black. I don't know, we'll see. Then here's the secondary air pump deletes, which I'll be showing how to go through all that. One is right underneath the turbo, so figure might as well do the turbo in this video along with the secondary air pump deletes, and we'll just keep doing a couple parts at a time. Alright, so we're going to start off with taking the exhaust off the back, but I need a wrench. So the back is a 14. Alright, so we got a 14 and a 17 on these top two.
This is Avatar.
We're going to be working on getting this turbo out and making room for the secondary air pump parts to come out. And let's see what else. I think that's it for this one. We'll be going over swapping all the stuff off of this one onto the 20G so that if the water lines and all that are on there. But getting started, obviously this has already been tore apart, but here's the hard line right here that you got to take off. I believe that's a 14. There's a water line here, this water line, a couple of vacuum lines, rear housing downpipe bolts are 14 millimeter, except for the top two that are supposed to hold the bracket for the heat shield. It's a 14 and then a 17 on the back side, just the top two. There should be 5 all the way around. I've already got these undone. Then there's one bolt right there that holds the downpipe on, and then that flange, which is 2. So alright, on mine, these are 16s. And that's the wrong way. And I'm gonna have to go buy the gasket for this. I forgot all about it. So, now that that's removed, we will just let that dangle by the O2 sensors, because that's good on them. spring clip off right here. Pull this lower water line off. If I can get to it. There we go. Got that off. We're gonna spill coolant everywhere. So that's cool. Let that just do its thing. Alright. So, clamp that off. Should have done that the first time. So, we pull this old gasket off out of our way. That's not that old of a gasket. If you look right down here, there's 2 bolts here, and then one on the back side. They're all going to be 14s. I don't know if this is going to be like this on everybody's, but I can't get a socket on that because of how the housing is. So I got to use a crow's foot. Just break that one loose.
Yeah.
Getting broke loose. And that one. And then this one back here. And also, I don't know if this is something that's on everybody's car, but for some reason the back was a bolt that came down from the front. So, don't know. I'm learning too. Just a bit. It's still on that. Almost. Gotta get a screwdriver. Enough it should pull off. Well, now should have taken that bracket off, but we're gonna wiggle past it. Like that. If you break stuff, you break stuff. Try not to destroy our nice little work spot. Okay, so need to figure out what size those are. Okay, so it is a 17. Hands off real quick. Maybe. God dang. Water line's off. Actually gotta get the turbo drain off. Alright, then we got 10 millimeters to hold on the turbo drain. That old gasket can just stay there. What I do with my rig. Clean this up a bit. We're gonna take this old hose off because didn't seem to want to be working. Alright, set that off to the side. Wish I still had my sandblaster so I could clean up all these parts, make them look real nice and pretty like. But this is totally unnecessary, but if it's gonna be out, I might as well clean it. Right? Pause that first. Alright, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit just so it doesn't look so corroded. Just taking a red Scotch Brite pad and just kind of twisting around it for a minute, see if I can make it look a little better. That's cleaning up okay. It's not the greatest, but it'll look better up against that new turbo than that does. So just let me know when to start. Oh no! Alright, once we get all of this stuff swapped over onto this turbo, then we're going to pause on turbo stuff, and then we're going to put on the air pump delete stuff. So, now that I've moved the coolant ports around, this can come back on here. Well, that's not going to work out real well, is it? You don't have to record. There we go. Alright, so now that these are aligned, I think we're going to have to probably cut this little bit that holds them together because they're a little further apart. Here, we're going to do this.
Go.
Alright, I'm just going to get the last little bit of that one. Like that. Alright, not touching that. Okay, so next we need, this is the top. It's going to go just like this. So we need make sure that's the right size, and it is not. Super cool. This is awesome. The banjo part is not the same size off of the VF48, so had to order some of these. Not a big deal, like 35 bucks for the 20G waterline kit. And then we're gonna put this on. So got that, that'll work. Throw the gasket on there. just need you to work. Come on, just work. Shit, I don't think this is gonna fit on the 20G either.
I mean, it is a bigger turbo.
I understand it's a bigger turbo. That's not gonna work. So, guess turbo's gonna wait. Alright, so I guess we're gonna pause on putting the turbo in and all together until parts come in, because apparently the turbo will drain and the water lines don't fit on the 20G. So, learning experience, let me fuck up so you don't have to. Alright, let's move on to doing these. Get some of that coolant I spilled off here like a Alright, I've already got one of these valves right here off that's normally like right here. Pulled it off, then you got to cut the barometric pressure sensor out of the top of it, because you still need that once you're deleting your air pump. That one just sits right here. It's got a bolt here and then one right here. You can't see it, but anyway, right underneath that pipe for the heater line, for the mounting bracket. And then let's see if I can, right here, there's a bolt there and there. It comes off. It's 10 millimeter. And then all that we're gonna do is put the gasket, plate, and bolts in, and this side's done. Then I've already got this one disconnected here. We'll have to remove this coolant line to get it out, which we need to remove this anyway for the AOS whenever we do that. And then this one's the same thing. Oh, I got you all sideways, but it is right there. And there's two bolts to take that off. So that's what's up next.
Good.
Alright. So I'm sure my head's probably right in the way. I'm hoping I can do this without taking this up pipe off. There's one. Alright, now we're going to try to put a wobble on it, because it is almost there. Before you record, let me see if I can. That's where I need it. Got it. We're going to take these and put them right back right there. Yep, there's a good shot of it. Oh no! The phone fell.
I knew it.
always get torqued to just a bit past good enough. There it is. Ain't going nowhere, is it? You see that down there, okay? Yep, sure enough. Look at that. And you see that little spot right there? That's, I guess you can't really, right here. That's where this new one's going. Alright, we finally got this one in. Took a little finagling, had to do off camera because you can't see with my freaking sausage hands down in here. So, nice pretty stuff that you're never gonna see, but at least it gets rid of a bunch of stuff up here. So, now, we just gotta put this bracket back on the up pipe. It's 214 millimeters. Oh, and by the way, I went through and cleaned, not that anybody cares, I didn't record this because nobody cares to watch me cleaning wiring, but just because I'm a little OCD, I went through, made sure all the connectors are good and clean, make sure that there wasn't any frayed wires in any of them. So everything, if there was a bunch of like junctions that needed re-electrical taped, I went through that. Everything has been cleaned to make nice and neat. Figure if you're going to replace it, make it look good, right? All this is going to get cleaned. I've started cleaning this head. That's probably going to get left as a reminder. It's not hurting anything. If anybody's got a problem with me leaving it like that, well, good thing it's my car, right? So, that's where we're at for today. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.